Ooh, is this on? Yes, it is. Hello, this is Mr. McFlanagan, your old buddy, your old pal, your old chum. And I'm here today, and the topic at hand is Advanced Warfare. I want to make some early predictions. I like to do this with new games because I do have a pretty good knowledge of the Call of Duty series. And you can go back and check and see if my predictions were right. If it's what happens, it's what happens. If I was wrong, then hey, I eat my words, but it's all good fun. And I'm making these predictions based on a nuclear, like George Bush would say, nuclear gameplay I seen. And yes, there's already a nuke that's been uploaded on YouTube. A kid has already got a nuke. And I'm sure you've seen that in Thunder's video, but I went back and watched the video because I wanted to see what he was using, how he did it, and basically, if it showed any flaws in the game that I could see. And I found some major flaws in the game. Basically, this kid would just wait until somebody used their exo ability, and then they would show up on the map. Because if you use the exo suit, like the jump, do the double jump, you show up on the map. Then you can just pop out and shoot the guy because he has no idea where you're at. And this kid never left the ground floor. He would just wait until somebody showed up on the map, pop out, and kill him. And if you watch the gameplay closely, he never uses the double jump, none of that. So that leads me to believe that there's going to be some big problems, and I'm going to get right into those. But I want you to watch something right here. Boom, I get sniped. The shot completely missed me. I watched that 3 times. He completely missed me. Now watch what happens. He lags and glitches completely through the wall. I've never seen that happen. I mean, what the hell? Troll. But that's the last time I want to talk about the gameplay because it does get very good. But if you ever played Black Ops 1, you know that Ghost was a huge problem. I mean, being off the radar is the best perk ever made. It's why everybody uses suppressors. Nobody wants to be on the radar because once the radar is in the air, everybody turns into Rambo. Everybody's a good player when there's a radar in the air and your team doesn't have a radar because you know where everybody's at. You got the jump on everybody. But going back to this gameplay, this nuke gameplay that I watched, this kid just nuked by not using the exo abilities in the exo playlist. So basically, what's going to happen is you're going to have a bunch of people playing the exo playlist, but they're not going to use their suits or their double jumps. They're just going to camp with Ghost or a suppressor, I mean, I know there's that perk that amplifies suppressors or whatever, but what's the point? Just throw Ghost on. It doesn't matter. And they're just going to wait for all you unsuspecting noobs out there to use your exo jump ability, and boom, you're on the radar. They know where you're at, and they're going to pop out and kill you. And it's going to lead to a lot of camping. And I'm not talking about when the game first comes out, because when the game first comes out, nobody really knows what's good. Nobody's watching gameplays, and people typically just run around and have fun. Nobody's thinking about that KD yet, or any of that shit, but mark my words, Ghost is going to be a problem in that game. It just is, because you die super fast in the game, just like MW2, and in games that you die real fast, it's a big help not to let the other team know where you're at. So, I mean, I'm really concerned about this Ghost and showing up on the map with the double jump. I think it's something they should take it completely out of the game, because that's just ridiculous. That would be like in this game that every time you hit sprint, okay, you show up on the map. I mean, isn't that a real an unfair advantage towards people that are moving versus the guy that's just sitting there waiting on you going, hee, I'm a camper, I'm making some s'mores, come on over. You know what I mean? Isn't that a really unfair advantage? And another thing I want to talk about is, Ghost, the footsteps were immensely loud. So loud that they were almost borderline annoying. And when that game first came out, Dead Silence didn't work very well, and Amplified worked really well. And I could hear footsteps so easy. I mean, I was getting Kim strikes and free-for-all just by running Amplified and paying attention to where guys were walking. I mean, it was like shooting fish in a barrel. Fish, barrel, boom, dead. If you can hear footsteps really good, it makes the game so easy. And for you guys out there that don't play headsets, you probably don't get what I'm saying, but I have a really nice headset, and when Ghost came out, before, Dead Silence actually worked, I mean, there was no point to move, because if you moved, it sounded like you were doing tap dancing on a hardwood floor. That's how loud the footsteps was. It was redonkulous. And this is a horrible AC-130, by the way. This is when I just first started going back to playing the game, and I didn't didn't really have the AC figured out, and the AC-130 sucks on this map, if I don't mind saying. But back to what I was saying, is this relates, the loud footsteps in Ghost relates directly to Advanced Warfare because there's no dead silence. So you're going to have Ghost in the game, so guys are not going to show up on the UAV, so even if you get a UAV, it's not going to matter. And then you're going to have these loud-ass footsteps, so if a guy's camping, he's making no noise. If a guy's moving, he's making these huge footsteps that say, I'm to the right of you, I'm to the left of you, I'm behind you, and so the guy that's camping has a radar on all the time, and it's called footsteps. You don't need a UAV when the footsteps are way too loud. I mean, MW2, if you don't run dead silence in this, I can hear your footsteps from like 40 to 50 feet away. I mean, it's super easy mode. When I get in a lobby with a bunch of noobs not running dead silence, it's super duper easy mode. So this has been my Advanced Warfare predictions. I hope I'm not right, because if I'm right, the game's gonna suck. But you know, we'll see. But look at this, boom, rage quit, host left the lobby. But that's pretty good gameplay. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Mr. McFlanagan. Enjoy your day.